What is going on, guys? You're back with another video today, and we are in our 49ers franchise. It is week 12. We're 8-2, and a lot of that has to do with a bit of luck. The main luck coming from the fact that we played the Cardinals, who had literally zero cornerbacks. They were all injured, and it was pretty much a walk in the park, even though we still gave up 27 points. We're not playing against the Packers, who are usually very they're really 50-50, so I'm not exactly sure what we're going to be walking into here. We are an 81 overall roster. We are developing about as quickly as we'd expect to as the 49ers. Going to keep going with route runner because that is the most important thing. Obviously, route running. I mean, they're all pretty much catching and route running. Route running is the most important thing, though, because you don't need good catching if you can run good routes. However, you can be the greatest catcher in the world, but if you get popped, you getting popped, you know? Garoppolo and Quan Alexander were players of the week. We have, if you guys want to know what the sliders were currently, this is what we're rocking with for our gameplay sliders. I keep adjusting them all the time, but I heard a couple of people wanted to know about them. I haven't changed the special teams. If anything, I'd probably up the punt accuracy just because the AIs don't really punt too well, and obviously as a user, you can pretty much punt perfectly. Fatigue, maybe change that a little bit. We have these down a bit. I don't think there's really much more you'd want on that. You know, we have our guys down a bit. I'm pretty sure the higher your reaction time, the worse it actually is. And if not, oh well. Here we are, 49ers versus the Packers. It's a daytime game. We decided to rock some special uniforms for two legendary franchises going at it. Of course, two top examples of success and, talented quarterbacks. Obviously, some solid names from both franchises. And 49ers, maybe even some of the best of all time. I mean, not some of the best, maybe the best of all time when it comes to quarterbacks. Steve and good old Montana. Kyle Juszczyk checking his hearing, I guess. I mean, everyone's like, mate, you're not that good, okay? You're the best fullback, but when it comes to the grand scheme of things, you're not, like, that good, you know what I mean? And looking at the playoff picture, there's a lot of guys in the hunt, and the Rams are barely holding on to a spot. There is teams all over the place there. Rams, gotta watch yourselves. Gotta watch yourselves here. Packers going to kick the ball first, which is, it's fine. I mean, we get to show them what we can do early on. Hopefully not fumble or throw a pick. Crosby kicking it deep. Of course, it appears he did win the kicker battle versus Ficken. It's Ficken amazing. I'm sorry. I mean, if you knew the kickers, you knew I was going to go there. That's all I'm going to say. And the backup running back to the backup running back to the backup running back is hurt. Oh, no. To be fair, he might be our third-string running back. So, I maybe deserve us to lose some guys here. He seems fine. But then again, that could easily be like a torn ACL. You see that a lot where they walk off and you're like, oh, they're fine. They can walk. Walking isn't the most important thing. Ryan Shazier will tell you that. Distasteful. I hope I end up in a wheelchair. Ugh, I can't really say that either. I deserve to be. Do I really deserve? I don't know. Let's just forget about anything that was said and pretend like I'm a decent human being. And I mean being, not bean, as in something you may put in chili or something. I don't know. What do you guys eat? That's a good question of the day. Oh, Jesus, for Sean Gary. What do you guys eat beans? Like, when do you eat them? Do you put them in something? Like, what do you, like, I'll have hot dogs and beans every once in a while. Maybe I'll have a little chili with some beans in it. Let me know what you guys do. Like, I know, like, in, like, the UK or something. Oh, here we go. Talking about beans. I think they do, like, rice and beans. Is that something we do? Beans on toast? Is that something we do? The French maybe do that? I don't freaking know, man. I mean, let's get off the topic of beans. I don't know why you guys keep bringing it up. We'll say Pettis on that one play looked pretty good, and okay, who's that in coverage? Like, good job, dude. I'm really worried about Savage. I don't know why. I just feel like the man's gonna make me pay. Yikes. That, I mean, in fairness, that's all us. I felt the pressure. I tried to stop, and he just didn't. Kittle, right down the middle. Amos cannot bring him down. Kind of sucks Tramon Williams is still on the team. I don't like Amos at number 31. 31's a fine number for a DB, but I don't know. I just don't like it. And Pettis, beautiful stuff. Really elite player now. Just out of nowhere. Those, those are scenarios we mentioned in the past. God, they're fun. They are really fun. Breida. I think we were going to put Tevin back at the starter, but I mean, let's just be honest. All the running backs are so similar, it doesn't really matter. Might as well go with the guy that has more years on his contract and is younger after all. Late read to Samuel, who actually makes a play down to the 2. There's not many teams that can keep up with us offensively. We are a very good offense. Tevin Coleman going for God knows how many touchdowns. He's got a lot in the season, and he can add another one to the list. Uniform's looking fresh to death, I can't lie. Theirs, on the other hand, looks like they left him out in the sun a little bit. Had to go out on the kickoff because I do not want to miss the introduction to my beautiful boy, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. My son. Giants beating the Bears. All right. Trent Taylor with the face mask, mate. I know you're good, but like, okay, I guess we're not going to do a freak. I think Trent Taylor caused that. We're not going to do an introduction because Trent Taylor decided to penalize. To the outside, we miss, and Devontae catches it down to the 48-yard line. An elite receiver thrown by an elite quarterback, blocked by an elite left tackle, handing off to a potentially elite running back. Lots of upside from that young man. To the outside, and Jesus, we force into Devontae hard today, aren't we? That's the way it is when you get the ball second and you have to follow up a touchdown drive. Lots of pressure. Can't win the battle, and it's a late read, a little bit outside. However, that receiver should have sat down on the route. Doesn't, and it's our ball. Inside, perfect look to Hurd. I mean, I'm going to probably up these sliders a little bit more. I'm pretty sure last year we made a mistake. We put the threshold on 100. I might have to confirm this. Is the threshold supposed to, well, what is it? Not the threshold, the reaction time. Whatever it's called. Is it supposed to be maxed? Or is it supposed to be at 0? Because I'm pretty sure we had it at max last year and they were terrible. But yeah, we're going to have to make more adjustments because even though, these sliders are decently rough on all Madden, we're not really getting much of a challenge anymore. This team is starting to really hit its own. In fairness, a team with this overall, this much potential could easily hit a streak. I mean, for all we know, the Niners could do better than this in real life. But we don't know yet, and I want a challenge, To the outside, Breida. Run out of energy just a little bit. It's going to be a 3rd and short. Goodwin could be my look. And just as we're about to throw to Kittle, can't get it off. Preston Smith, the run stopper type, gets his hands dirty and takes us down. Aaron Jones and company backed up inside the 5. Little handoff to Devontae. They catch us off guard, and Devontae's going to get about 7 yards. And here we are, 2nd and 2. They're going to go back to throwing. Aaron Jones, they're going to throw it short. They find their man inside, we're all the way to the 22. Rodgers stepping outside, finding more room. Aaron Jones slips away. Verrett pops him. A little worrisome, though, because Verrett, a bit injury prone. You don't want him to die. Death is usually one of the worries as a coach. I should know. I've coached Little League for 15 years now. Just kidding. Don't even know. 3rd and 6. Good old Jimmy Graham feeling a little frustrated with his performance. Probably an overall thing, not really just a this game situation. Over the middle, caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. For the first down, huge first down there. Can't lie, Devontae doesn't seem as deadly as he does in real life, so I don't know what's going on with him. We don't even have Sherman locked in on him. We're not going to worry about any singular receiver until we need to. There's no point in worrying about it. D Ford underneath. If anything, the guy we should be worried about is Aaron Jones. He's been the guy really making the plays in the receiving game. They're going to run the ball in Packers fashion. They will be running very predictably. And they're probably going to get blown up. Oh, they're not running predictably. Inside, Robinson with the interception. Robinson has a chance to take this back. Robinson running out of gusto for some reason, kind of stop and go, and then he just completely gassed out. I've never seen that before. To the 20. Should have threw it a little bit sooner. Tevin, little hop step, gets about 6. Breida back up the middle, see what we can do. Aaron Rodgers always known to kind of throw interceptions here and there. There's Breida. 8 from the 8, at least in Madden, I guess. It really doesn't really fit the bill real life. Goodwin outside. A lot of people, or not a lot of people, a few people asking about maybe trading Goodwin, but I don't see that as an option. And I know it's not an easy throw, but he's got to make the throw. I didn't think we were going to finish the run, and, of course, Hurd opened up majorly there, like just wide open. Tevin, we're going to bounce this all the way to the outside. Tevin fighting all the way to the 1. What a play. Do we really trust Mr. Breida? We do trust Kittle, though. Touchdown, Kittle. I mean, maybe right to try to go up the middle, but you see Breida in there. You probably shouldn't stuff it for a little guy. From the 49-yard line, Rodgers and company trying to have a little bit better of a second drive here. His third, maybe? All the way down the sideline there. Allison to the 26. Nice play. 26-yarder. Quick throw. Perfect dime. And Scantling's going to score. So, once again, it really doesn't matter who we match up with because, you know, Sherman fits Devontae, but if that is the case, we just saw Verrett get completely burned by Marquez Valdez. A perfectly placed ball. Cuts the deficit in half. Going to go with the play action look. They haven't really brought a whole lot of pressure. Inside, Selleck holds on. I'm really surprised. Selleck is hurt. And he kind of tossed that ball as fast as he could as soon as he hit the ground there. Surprised they didn't call that for, not completing the catch. 2nd and 8. Throwing across the body there. Hurd fighting up the middle again. This play's been 50-50 for us, but it's been good enough. Oh, it's definitely good enough, and we almost busted it free. Preston Smith, great reaction timing there. Deep down the field, potentially. We could have trusted him. Kittle, there is literally no pressure. Kyle with apparently no blocking instincts. Cannot even get close to helping Kittle score. Could be a shoulder issue, you don't know. Tim Coleman, the touchdown back, the red zone guy, which, I mean, I would just be pissed if I was Breida. And here goes Tevin for a perfectly executed screen. We will extend the lead back to 14. First receiving touchdown of the season, but not his first touchdown in general. Not by a long shot. And to the outside. What a play by Colbert. Unbelievable touchdown-saving play. Well, I say touchdown-saving play, but it wouldn't have been a touchdown if he would have went for the, conservative play. Is that Sherman now? What are we doing? There you go. Down to the 15-yard line. Sherman gets torched by Adams on the line. I don't know what to tell you, but I don't know what to tell you. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like Jimmy Graham's going to score. Oh, I thought he actually chucked it top left. I would have screwed it. Take a shot. We're going to go with the safety. No, we're not. We're going to go DeForest. Nick Bosa taking Rodgers down. Almost fumbles the ball. Rodgers a little bit of a fumbler. Something people don't really mention in his career. As much as I'm a Rodgers fan, he doesn't throw the ball away. When people say that, throw the ball away, throw picks, people say, he doesn't turn the ball over, he protects the football. You got to look into those fumble stats, man. I'm thinking there's a lot of turnovers in that category, to be honest. Like, Crosby was garbage, don't get me wrong, in that Lions game, but I'm pretty sure Rodgers fumbled 2 times and lost both. Obviously, fumbles can happen to any quarterback, and, we had the play where, in the Cowboys playoff game, Rodgers could have easily fumbled. Most quarterbacks would have, and he didn't. So things happen. Obviously, you can make good plays and bad ones. And that's an interception. Speaking of making good and bad plays, the pressure got us. Jair Alexander with the perfect coverage. Unfortunately, that's another pick on the record that we just didn't need. We're up by quite a bit here, and now we're putting the team at risk by throwing that interception and almost picked off by Fred. I'm not sure why he didn't go for the pick there, to be honest. Inside, no one's there. He tries to hurl. That would have been dumb. Back on the inside, DeForest Buckner. It always throws me off when it lights up. Verrett almost makes a play on the ball, even though he wasn't supposed to be there. Take a shot to the end zone, then go for the short play. Or maybe you don't need to. Jimmy Graham might get a block. He does not, thankfully. Down to the 16-yard line. If I'm them, I take one more shot, which it appears that they will be doing. Or D Ford, you've been pretty much the main guy for pressure. Wins the battle. Clutch throw to the outside. They have yet another chance or two to throw. Put me into a clinic there. They've got a good chance here. Inside, that is a terrible play. Yet one of our players gets injured. I'd be like, screw it, let him lay on the ground. He wasted one of my timeouts. I would have ran it there if I was them. Crap, and there's a touchdown from Marquez Valdez Scantling. Oh, look at that. Huge hit by Robinson, who actually has the only interception on the game for our team. Back to D Ford, who's had a little bit of success this game. Oh, Aaron Jones slipping away, throwing a guy down, and Verrett making bad play after bad play this game. Face masks him to make it pretty much almost a 30-yard play. Not really, probably like a 24-yard play. But math is hard, and I don't want to be blamed. Already in our freaking territory. Been here a lot lately. Inside run, Aaron Jones and company pushing through us. Sometimes I just don't want to be murdered. And here they are murdering us on the defensive line. Good job, Williams. We're going to come with the house, but we're going to drop Jones into coverage here. Fellas, we're going to need some pressure. Did about as well as we could do. Sherman, really good tackle on Jimmy, who's probably got about 65 pounds on him. Verrett, what a catch, but unfortunately he won't get the feet down. Finally making up for his mistakes just a little bit. You know, I'll take a little bit of, as long as there's improvement. You know, I don't want to see regressing on the field. Look at Buckner with his huge size. Can't get there, but, you know, forced him back into the arms of Mr. Eric Armstead. Armstead, like arms. There's literally no pressure. And how do you blow that? I don't know. Who was that? Because they need to be kicked off the team. I think he just dove like a psycho. Oh, there's a screen. Good job. Big arms, Armstead. Bringing the pressure, but we're going to drop Quan back into coverage. Good job, Fred and company. There's going to be a 3rd down and 8. They could go down by only 1 here in a second. Obviously, we have plans for other things. Fred Warner could get his 7th pick on the season. They're going to play it really safe. And if it wasn't for us, it might have been more than safe. Might have been a 1st down. Really debatable situation there. And I'm not sure exactly why they did what they did. Rashawn Gary. That's not even Rashawn. That's Zadarius Smith. Kind of used them against each other. They really couldn't tell which angle they wanted to take, and they both kind of like took each other's roles and ruined it. Tried to lower the shoulder, could not. Darnell Savage. Could have probably threw to Kittle there, but Pettis was my main look, and I kind of stared him down a bit. I must say, the Packers' defense seems, for the most part, improved. Good pickup. There's Pettis, a perfect throw on the run, and Pettis will score. I was about to say walk-in, but Adrian Amos showing off that speed. What a beautiful play by him, but of course he kind of was one of the main guys that messed it up, and we will score another passing touchdown. What a throw by Jimmy Garoppolo on the run. Just whipped it up there, and Pettis does the rest. All right, from the 46-yard line, I mean, it's an 8-point game, but, you know, they could obviously just get the 2-point, and they're right into it, tied game. A little bit of a closer game than I thought it was going to be after the first quarter. I thought we were going to just smoke them. D4 trying to make a play. Breaks it, and okay. Quan Alexander with a pick, making up for his bad play. Tried to cut it right, could not. Rodgers with an awful read. The pressure was there, but at the same time, he's got to hold it if he doesn't know. Inside, Goodwin with the speed. Goodwin tried to cut right, could not do it, but finally get Goodwin involved. Can we hurry up to the line? We cannot. See if we can try to catch him scared. Maybe they, step up, go offside or something. Last second heave, who knows? You never know. Why not rush to the line? Up the middle, Matt Breida. Crap, good cut back inside, gets the 1st down. Preston, a big fella. I'm really surprised he gave that up. We're not going to, but we will see Pettis get very close. Perfect blocking for once. They're going to come with an all-out again? They are. Steps, throws, and Kittle with his 2nd easy touchdown of the game. They just don't seem to like to play coverage in the red zone. Probably shouldn't be running coverage here. Still plenty of time for both teams. Oh, fell down there. Doesn't matter the coverage. Sack. D4 makes the play. In typical Rodgers fashion. You know, no one open. Not really his fault, but holds on to it too long and takes the sack. A lot of people wanted to fault him last year on throwing the ball away, but honestly, I loved it. I really did. You know, some of the plays where maybe there was a 3rd down, he wouldn't take the shot, but I don't want my quarterback chucking it up to these inexperienced wide receivers on 2nd and 1st down. Like, what's... Like, there's more downs, you know, right? Jimmy Graham, huge tackle, huge catch, but a huge tackle as well. 4th and 2, you have to go for it. And they, of course, do agree, unfortunately. Inside, perfect, fine. Devontae Adams all the way down to the 4. I'm telling you, that man's elusive. It's hard to keep up with. So we're sitting in, pretty much run defense, but we also do have a little bit of coverage. Can't get off the edge. Our own player gets in the way there. Jesus. Well, back within 7, 8, I guess. They believe in the defense, which, I don't know. I can't really tell. 50-50 call here. Do you really believe in it or not? We really shouldn't be returning this. Fumbles are very common. Not really sure that's what I meant, but okay. Yeah, Richie James, you may have just lost yourself a roster spot, my dude. Come on, Nick. I get, in fairness, Nick Bosa is playing against the best left tackle in the game, so it makes sense that he's not really succeeding too well. Oh, try to stunt them there. Huge hit by Sherm, but it's going to be another first down. Williams is hurt, though. Can't deny that was not a very fair tackle. Pretty vicious. He's in some trouble. Back of the end zone. If he would have had that on target, Sherm would have baited the hell out of him there. Good stuff by Sherm to, kind of disguise it a little bit. Kind of came out of nowhere. We're bringing a lot of players on this offensive line here. Oh, right up the gun. Armstead, he's been a huge factor in the run support this game. DeForest Buckner. We miss, but Aaron Jones also drops the ball. We'll play it short here. And they find a man inside for the score. 2-point deficit. Can they convert? It's a huge play. This could be the difference between going to OT or not. We're run committing. We have to. Oh, crap. Back of the end zone. He does not get the feet down. 2 minutes and 3 seconds. Do you go for the onside? No. That's risky. We're not taking this back no matter what. Crap, we're taking this back. I'm going to fall down there. Smart job by Mason Crosby, though, to kind of kick that in the air, force us to return it. Can't lie, it's a good decision. Oh, God, speaking of good decisions, running here is not one of those. No, Burrito's fast, but not fast enough to beat Za'Darius off the edge. We're not going to sit here and just take this. We're going to try and throw the ball. Be a little bit safe, though. That's a little bit of a late throw. We do go out of bounds. However, we do get very close for the conversion. The backup tight end. He gets the first down. It's not over, but it's looking very good. They'd have maybe 10 to 15 seconds to work with. I feel like you guys would kill me if I didn't at least give Kyle Juszczyk a chance up the middle here. They're a little worried about the pass, which they should be in fairness. And Kyle easily gets the first down, winning the game. Only a 2-point victory. We kind of played a little too conservatively, maybe choked the game a little bit, but a victory is a victory. We'll move on to 9-2. We've been very close to a couple of losses, and we've also had an actual couple of losses. So, this season could easily be like a 5-6 type season, if not for all of the luck and just overall last secondary, which is probably not even a word or it's like a sentence, but we said it, we did it. And we did win the game, and that's the main importance. So I'm happy about that. If you're happy about it, we move on to who do we face, actually? I feel like it's the Rams, no? Probably should know the record of the schedule at this point. Matt LaFleur not happy as his team falls to under 500. Very cool thumbnail. Maybe we use that. Cool enough, not enough. Fun. The glowing sunlight is pretty cool. Rodgers getting taken down by D Ford. Couple of times that happened in the game, actually. Tevin Coleman had a pretty good game, just in touchdowns. Same with Kittle, in fairness. I don't remember Kittle really making a whole lot of important plays. Rodgers and Jimmy both threw a pick. Rodgers with 2. Very accurate game for Jimmy, though. The pick, it doesn't really mean much, honestly. Receiving, Kittle, 4 for 53, 2 touchdowns. Pettis, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. Unfortunately, Goodwin didn't have a lot to say in that game. I feel like Jalen Hurd got involved early, but then not often. And that's pretty much that. Blocking, I don't really care too much about that. Sack totals, D4 with 2.5. 1 for Armstead, 1 for Bosa. half for Buckner and Preston Smith with 1. We had 2 picks. They had 1. Very good catch by Jair, and actually played a very big part in the game. They almost won the game because of something like that. The momentum shift and the points before half were huge. G Ford has one of those very rare skill points, and we're going to use it on Speed Rusher, trying to get him to that elite status. 2 finesse move. That's pretty big, actually. With his confidence or his morale, he moves up to 91. He's basically an elite pass rusher at this point. Definitely getting paid like one, I'll tell you that. So no, scenarios, no anything, no dev up chance or any of that. Unfortunately, player of the week did go to Jimmy Garoppolo. He had 4 touchdowns. He's very accurate, in fairness. That's pretty much the main reason. What about the rest of the division? How did they finish? Seahawks are still on that grind. Rams and Cardinals, iffy. They're going to need to really win some games if they want a chance, but honestly, their seasons could be over already. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe, like the video if you liked it. Follow me on Twitter at Jeromepkr. If you have any suggestions for the series or, a different series or experiment, whatever, in the future, let me know. But anyways, hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!